What's up, guys? We're back on the podcast here with Ed. This is a special one because Ed came in hot today. I think he was already screaming at me a little bit. I think he lost pickleball.
I lost the pickleball. I lost the fucking juice.
So now he's on fire, and thank God that he's on fire because we have our guest. Bro, you see, I gotta take this guy.
Damn, bro. Sometimes your people surprise you, bro.
You're so crazy. I showed him, and now he's showing me. Listen, we have Gabriel Hernandez here from Dade Fire Protection, the fireman. What's up, Bobby? How are you? We're going to have fire chroma keyed in the back there. Ed, what do you think about Gabe? He's the fireman.
Well, so the first thing...
First of all, what happened at pickleball this morning?
Okay, so...
What happened? Tell us.
I just got my ass kicked.
And then you came in a little hot.
I came a little hot because I had a 9:15 with a client. Then I show up. Then I got this guy saying they're here already, and I got to take a shower, and da.
He was on fire. Can we use this on him, Gabriel?
I would love to, be fire extinguished. Like, hit with a fire extinguisher one day. What's in there?
That one's powder.
Powder?
Yeah, we can't use that one, but we can use like a CO2 extinguisher, which is the ones you see in movies with all the smoke.
Yeah? And you have those?
Yeah, we have them.
All right, but before we get into it, one of the first things I liked about Gabriel was his logo.
I thought he was a firefighter when he came in.
Yeah. Like the Dade Fire Protection logo. That was very creative.
No lawsuits on the branding and on the logo there?
No.
Clear?
Yeah.
Who thought about that?
That was my idea. I always wanted to have like the Miami-Dade logo. And I really wanted the company to be mainly focused on Miami and the Miami lifestyle. And little by little, we went tweaking it. I would stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning.
For real?
Yeah.
Design.
Something so simple that you wouldn't think, it's like common sense,
You know about design. You have some companies that you took, your logo took like months at a time?
Months, bro. I've seen like 900 logos. But before we keep moving forward, Gabe, tell the people a little bit about you, what you do, and who you are.
Okay, my name is Gabriel Hernandez, the owner of Dade Fire Protection. We are a Miami-based full-service fire protection company. We are pretty much tailored towards restaurants and servicing them. We provide a wide range of services. Pretty much we're the only company in Miami that's full service. We do hood cleaning. We maintain the appliances. We do the fire suppression, extinguishers, alarms. A lot of little companies here in Miami, they pretty much sub out all the other services.
Oh, so they hire other people to do the job that you hired them initially for.
Correct. And they'll have employees like from other companies working on the sides, weekends, but they don't truly have everything in-house the way we do.
You took our sponsor's water instead of yours.
Yeah, it's the best water I've tried.
Best fucking water, bro.
Yes. He knows.
Listen,
he's the extinguisher.
how did you get into this business?
Why that?
This is what my family has always done.
Oh, wow.
Basically, they took me out of school in 7th grade.
No way.
I did homeschooling for 8th grade and high school.
Get a job, bro.
Yeah. Ponte a trabajar.
Yeah.
So you were groomed for this?
Yeah, pretty much. And I finished high school like in 2 years. And then all I did was work day and night, started learning service by service, traveling all over the state of Florida. And my dad, he's pretty much like the crazy one in the family. He'll say yes to anything. Yeah, he would tell me like we got a contract for 120 restaurants in Central Florida. And they told him, hey, do you do hood cleaning? He was like, yeah, of course. We're like one of the best in the industry. And he was like, Gabriel, do you know what hood cleaning is? I'm like, I have no idea, but we'll YouTube this. And we started little by little, and we grew the business.
What's the main issue when it comes to a restaurant fire? Is it the grease trap? Is it the hood? What do you see that you guys really have to tackle, or the main thing?
Mainly the low maintenance. The hood cleaning on the hoods is very important.
Right.
Restaurants aren't really maintaining it. Right now, there's a lot of competition here in Miami, as you guys know. Mm-hmm. And they pretty much go for the lowest bidder because they think the service is the same, but it's not. They'll clean pretty much what you see, looking at the hood, the filters, the outside. Right. But behind that and up, it's another world.
Of course.
And we see that as the fire protection company. When we remove and we do our service, we see mountains of grease inside.
And these services that you provide are mandatory by law anyways, right?
They are mandatory.
How many people neglect or even upkeep their tags, right? And
I would say out of everything we see out there, about a good 30%.
Only 30%?
Only 30% don't maintain. Now the other 70 are poorly maintained.
And these are dangerous, right? Because something happens and people wonder why. How does that work? How do you enforce those? the mandates, I guess.
The fire marshals right now are overloaded. There's a lot of new construction, a lot of restaurants opening up. They don't have the manpower. So it's basically up to us, the private companies, to do a good job.
And you can handle something like 100 restaurants or something like that?
Yeah, we service right now over 500 restaurants.
Really?
Here in South Florida.
Wow, Gabe, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it is very important. We had a lot of restaurants in Central Florida. Every month we would have a store catch fire.
Really?
And when we would go, the motor had never been cleaned. The ducts were clogged. What the owner never saw, because the owner doesn't get on a ladder to the roof of the building to inspect that.
Does that affect their fire insurance policy? Or
Yes.
because they hire you to do the investigation as well? Or
No, the insurance companies, and there is the Fire Protection Bureau. They'll send an arson investigator out, and they'll investigate. When they see it was poorly maintained or wasn't certified on time, they're past due, the insurance won't pay for the damages.
I was gonna ask you. So I mean, we work with a lot of restaurants. Yeah. I've always been a big believer. I've always said I would never own a restaurant, man. I think it's just way too much work, the overhead, the cash flow, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If I own a restaurant, how many certifications, inspections do I usually need to have in a year that need to abide by county code? How often are you going to a restaurant?
We go to a restaurant every 3 months.
And what are you doing there?
We do quarterly. We do the hood cleaning. Semi-annually, we do the fire suppression system, which is very important. And the fire extinguishers are annually. But the point is, pretty much every other month, they have us in the building. Plus, when they call for any little service call, any little thing that might have happened. But we see a lot of things.
Yeah, you were telling me before that the fire suppression systems is the one that you have to hit that emergency for everything to put out.
Right?
Yeah.
Correct. Sprinklers is part of the building. That's what you see in the regular ceilings and so on.
Standard.
And that's standard.
So the fire suppression system, you told me that it collects grease inside and that most times it won't work or people aren't seeing that?
Pretty much. We've gone because there's every system has a manual. There's different brands, different systems, and you got to follow the manufacturer standards and their regulations, which is what's not happening today. So people are doing a quick check, tagging the system, doing a visual inspection, but
nothing
they're not really doing it. It's just hanging tags is what's going on in Miami right now.
And how dangerous is that for the public? Is this
big time?
Yeah.
And especially costly for the owner.
The owner of the building.
The downtime that they're going to have, and also going out of pocket to pay for all those things. We've gone to big chain restaurants that we service in-house, and we've pulled a link or pulled a pull station, and the system doesn't go off.
Oh, wow.
So pretty much that reenacts a fire.
Would you like to name those restaurants? Oh, just kidding.
You start losing contracts.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Or if you don't use him, we'll start naming you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had a lot of situations where if there is a fire, nothing will work.
All right. I'm curious about this question. Do you have certain areas in the city, right? Like Hialeah, South Miami, Pinecrest.
Or which city has the most violations?
Yeah, as far as going. So you have certain areas in the city that you go in and you're seeing
Constant, yeah.
Yeah, constant issues. You're bro, every time I go to Hialeah, I know I want to walk into a mess, bro. I go to Pinecrest, I know it's a little bit more organized. You see that?
Yeah, we see that a lot in Hialeah, unfortunately, and through Brickwa as well.
Oh, wow.
We see a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, it gets Brickwa because it's growing so fast, right?
It's growing so fast. There's not enough stable companies out there with qualified techs to actually provide the service. So we have a lot of little mom and pops here that what they're doing to expand, they're hiring helpers, training them, and sending them out with basic training. They never went to school. They never got certified. And they're pretty much hanging tags. Like if I'm the license holder, they're hanging tags as Gabriel. So you have Gabriel in 10 locations a day.
Got you. Yeah, that's
what's
what
going
they do
on
with the contractors, where you hang your license with a handyman, and he's working on. And we had John on here about that, and people were going crazy and talking about that. I didn't know that was happening in your industry too.
Yeah.
So you're sending out people out there who really don't know what's going on.
What they don't know, they have a basic knowledge. They'll do a quick check, hang the tag, and they'll tell the owner of the restaurant, "Hey, everything's working perfect." But in reality, they didn't check anything.
And how much does that cost, more or less?
A fire suppression system could range anywhere from $200 to $600, depend the system, the size.
Well,
So do you think it's the restaurants that they're just oblivious to this, or are they just trying to find the cheapest person?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. They're trying to save money. Restaurant business is tough.
Yeah.
Low margins. But they go for the lowest bidder. The lowest bidder has the lowest paid employee. That guy doesn't know what he needs to know.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's the same thing that happens to me here. People always no, pay. If you want a cheaper product, you need
Correct.
to have less employees that are cheaper, you know? Like, and then if your employees are cheaper, they're not going to work as hard, you know? So you're getting like, it's natural, you know? And I get everybody wanting to save money and stuff, but at the end, lo barato sale caro.
It does.
You know? Especially when you do, you know? Like,
it really does, and that's the problem. Since they don't maintain it from the beginning, the cleanings, the grease getting into the piping, all that stuff, when we go in and we test and it doesn't work, we got to repipe a whole hood, replace the system. The motors on the exhaust
like
get
favorite.
damaged.
That's your favorite.
Yeah,
scenario,
those are
of
my
course.
favorite.
Hey, we're gonna change everything here. It's a mechanic, you know.
What bad accidents?
I have
you
a Disney
seen?
vacation coming up. I gotta go.
Have you seen any fires and stuff that's happened to restaurants, like aftermath wise, and you've been on any of those scenes or anything like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
believe
You
it or
like
not, I saw it in a fast food place, and the whole kitchen burnt down pretty much.
Where were
And they took almost a year.
Really? Was it like a burger spot?
It was a Burger King.
Oh, a Burger King.
Oh,
A
wow.
Burger.
In
Did
Miami?
anybody get injured or?
No, that was in Orlando.
Orlando.
In the tourist area too.
Oh wow! And
Yeah.
you just happened to be there. Or they called you.
We started servicing those locations.
Got you. So it was too late.
It was pretty much too late. We had just got there. We found the repairs. We sent our estimate. They took a while to answer, and
But how does I don't understand how a kitchen could catch. I mean, it sounds a stupid question. Maybe
No, it's gotta be the grease.
a kitchen catches fire. How? Like usually, I feel like everything's like very
what are the-
organized and maintained.
well, the thing is the grease vapors,
Gotcha.
all the grease in the ducts, everything, and it ignites pretty quickly.
I didn't know that.
And then the equipment's not being cleaned either. So in the fryers are just getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and there's no exhaust because it goes getting clogged and clogged and clogged.
No way.
When the fryer catches, the hood catches.
So that hood catches fire.
Yeah,
scary.
and it costs thousands. Because the thing is, our systems, like the fire suppression systems, tied in to the electrical, to the HVAC, it shuts down everything.
Everything.
If it works. So they got to get everybody out there. Mechanical contractors, plumbers, electricians, the fire guys, everybody goes out.
It's like the scene in Terminator with all the gas. They turn everything off.
Bro, I would never have thought it. I guess, it's grease up there. So that catches,
Bro, that grease catches
fire,
like
yeah.
gas, bro.
And you never want to be in that position because the inspectors, they're not easy. Because it's their name when they sign off saying that place is safe to open.
brother. And like when you guys go and do you're tagging and you're doing an inspection, does the county like follow up and go after you, or like how does the county how can the county make sure that things are being done the right way? You know?
Well, right now they're implementing to submit our reports digitally
Okay.
through Compliance Engine and other systems like that. And they can keep track of the restaurants, keeping everything up to date pretty much.
But how is it right now? Like, how do they know of a restaurant? They don't?
They don't.
I was going to ask you this too. Is it like on a schedule? Like every February you got to go do this?
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
it depending on when the restaurant opens?
No, it's whenever you install the system. From the
Gotcha.
first certification, then it jumps 6 months.
And it jumps 6 months. So it's like fiscal.
Correct.
It's not like a timely thing like that. And
How is the compliance with Coral Gables? Are they pretty good compared to?
They're pretty good because Coral Gables has a lot of inspectors.
They have a lot of
Now, the
restaurants,
amount of violations are a lot because they'll always get you on something.
Really?
So whether it's something being out of date or almost out of date, they're quick to find.
Are they like ticky tack a little bit, or something's unnecessary, or they just? Because I'm sure everybody comes when you come into the building, they're scared. They want to make sure that they're cleared.
Correct.
Right?
oh yeah,
Yeah, everybody thinks we're like from the county.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you show up like, hey,
And I run with it. I enjoy it. I get there, and they're like, hey, the state fire marshal's here. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So you're getting fined today.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get scared.
but you can't like pull up randomly. You have to be called in, no?
No, we pre-schedule. Like our customers, we put them on our database. And the software we have, it automatically generates like a work order and we go out.
Got you.
So we show up, the office lets them know we're going to be stopping by.
Have you ever gone to like a place that you're like? I mean, I'm sure you had like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, and like, you're like, it's just
Or-
like they should be like on dirty dining,
Or
like that type of stuff.
Or
Yeah.
even a better question, Ed, to your thought. What about if it's a mom and pop and you got to shut them down, or they should be shut down, and that's going to stop their flow of income, and they're barely hanging on already? Because he was saying before how tough the restaurant business is,
Correct.
and to come in and say, hey, listen, you know what, you really can't operate because this is so backed up.
Yeah, but we try and help out the small business. We go in, and it's not like we report them to the fire inspectors. We give them time to help, and we tell them, hey, this is serious.
Right.
Now, this is everything you need to do, but let's get this done right now, which is the most important, and we can take it in intervals, you know?
So you work with them.
We work with them.
That's
But
tough.
wait, you're not required by the county to report them if you do see something that's hazardous.
We have 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So we give the customer, like, hey, we got to do this, and we give them 2-3 days to help them out, to let us know, and if we can do it, we don't need to report them. After that, we do have to submit it to the fire marshals. If not, we could lose our license.
Correct.
Of course.
Right. And how often are you submitting like reports like that? Like out of 10 times you're going to.
We submit them, but not to pretty much report the customers because we have to report that we provided the service and they're up to date. So we provide that on a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You report them and then bring. Hey, I can also help you on the back end.
And there's no like, is there like
It's mandatory, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I like about the operation. You know, it's
Yeah.
mandatory. And does the county give you like a list? Do you guys have like an open list of like when people are supposed to get inspections? Or
No, there's no list for that. The inspectors have their own list,
The inspect-
and they can see that. But us as a private company, we can't.
They should make that public though, no? That would,
Yeah,
that would make
it
things
would
easier.
help.
It's funny because you can't really invite Gabe to go eat with you because he's gonna look at the restaurant and say, "Look, Kiko, all this stuff right here is violation." Do you ever do that when you go out?
When you invite me and I tell you I'm not hungry, that's a sign.
Ooh.
Do you guys do that? I mean, your wife.
Well, what are you were telling me one of your restaurants was Cow Bakery, no? That you helped, no?
No.
When we first talked?
No, we've done some bakeries, but we haven't done Cow Bakery yet.
Yeah, you haven't done Cow Bakery yet.
By the way, it's a great bakery.
Yeah.
That's great. So like, let's say at dinner night, right? You go out, you and your wife. She's over there. Hi, Rich. Do you guys like as soon as the restaurant start looking around and see right what's potentially a client or violation?
Automatically.
Yeah.
Once I walk in, I know what's due, what they
Oh,
have.
well, you can't invite them to a restaurant because they're gonna be like, "Yo, the fire guys."
I ask them where the bathrooms is to peek in the kitchen,
Really?
and I tell her, you can eat here.
You can clear it, huh?
Mhm.
Is she good on that too?
Yeah, she is. She sends me pictures
She does, huh?
all the time.
And do you, if you have an opportunity like that, do you try to talk to the owner like, hey, listen, I can take care of this for you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We always have business cards on us, and we talk to the managers. And if we ever see anything wrong, we let them know as well.
He reminds me a lot of you.
That's a real business.
How many, this is one of the questions that I had here. How many restaurants or places do you go to that you believe inspections would, if they had an inspection, that they would fail?
I would say a good 60%.
60%?
Really?
I would say they would fail, honestly.
What would be like the main reason for them failing?
Poor craftsmanship, pretty much, from the technicians. There's a lot of companies right now, like I said before, that they're bringing in people that maybe they're new to the country or just family friends, a cousin, and they go out with them 1 or 2 days to the field and they're like, oh, you got this. And they're going out tagging and inspecting, and they're not going through.
Yeah, but cleaning a hood is not easy, though.
Not a cleaning, and even the inspections, they're tough. You got to test everything. That's all tied into the fire alarm. You got to check gas valves, no leaks. You got to change links. There's a lot to it.
And how long would that take usually?
It would take about a good 2 hours to do a thorough job, depending the size of the kitchen.
And you don't want to disrupt the business, so
Correct.
you try to go before or after.
Correct. We always go before they open or after they close down. And that's another thing owners should look out for, is that a lot of these companies are going in the middle of lunch or breakfast. Hey, I'm just going to be here 5 minutes. I just got to do your hood really
It's a
quick.
red flag.
Yeah, that's a huge red flag.
You know what?
right
That's a good question to ask. Okay, if I am a restaurant owner, because I don't know. Listen, restaurant owners, you know, they have a million things on their mind. The orders are this or that.
tough life.
You know, it's not easy, dog. So if I'm a restaurant owner, how do I know that they are good? Like, how do I not get scammed or taken advantage of? Like, what are the red flags that they should look for?
Yeah.
Red flags is that seeing people going during the day doing inspections, people being there less than 30 minutes, that's a huge red flag. That means they just hung these little tags, said it was good, and walked out the door.
Wow.
And charged them a bunch of money. In our case, what we do to alleviate the customer a little bit on that is we take pictures of everything. We take pictures doing our balloon test. We take pictures when they pull a pull station, when we change parts, before and afters. And each customer, if they have multiple locations, they have their own user and password to log in, their own portal.
Oh, and they get to see where.
And they get to see the pictures, their reports. They never have to call. Whenever they need something, if they lost it, because we leave a copy on site, they can just log in and pull it right there, location by location.
Yeah.
And that stays there for 7 years.
What would you like to see change in the industry going forward? I mean, you're a relatively young guy. How long have you been operating Dade Fire under the name?
2 years. We're going on 2 years.
2 years. I know you can figure that, but 2 years with you guys.
Yeah.
What do you like to see, like how the city can improve? Like, what's the biggest step, or what do you think
The county should do.
I would like to see the county crack down on the companies with no permitted technicians. That's going to help all around. Yeah, the scammers. And there's a lot of it.
But brother, how is that possible? Like they just like.
They can't catch on. It's a lot of companies opening up. Here in Miami, If you look at the history, 5 years ago, there was 1,000 fire companies. Now there's 3,000.
For real?
Because everyone's leaving from where they work and opening up their own little business, whether it's for one service or all of them. Yeah. Everyone wants to own their own business.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And the quality really goes down.
Yeah, listen, a lot of people have the misconception of owning a business, and that shit's a fucking grind, man.
It is.
Especially doing it the right way.
Yeah, it's a grind, dog. It's not easy, man.
When we first started, Rachel would try and have me rest and help me out. I would leave the house at 6 a.m., get back at 5, shower, play with my kids for an hour, 2 hours, and then go clean hoods overnight. Damn. Get back at 4 or 5 in the morning, beat from cleaning a BK or a McDonald's, get back, and at 7 a.m. leave again. And it was nonstop like that for a long time.
Yeah, but you have to love what you do.
You gotta love what you do.
So how is it you fell in love with cleaning hoods?
The fireman, bro. The fire. He came from his dad.
No, believe it or not, I take pride in everything I do.
You do,
so whether it's cleaning hoods, painting a wall, whatever it is, I like to do it well.
I mean, he bought the little fire hydrant. He has a badass fucking thing.
Yeah,
I'm a marketer, bro, and I love this shit.
Logo.
Listen, the logo is amazing. The tag's amazing. But when you go to his office, I'm gonna put a picture and a little cutout. He has a little like brake for emergency. Fictitious little plastic thing on the wall, like it looks like a fire alarm, and it's brake for emergency, and it's a colada cup inside, and it's a little colada cup with a little plastic.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's badass, man. It's badass. It's badass.
We look sharp. What do you see for you and your wife? Because I know your wife grinds for you. 5 years down the line for Miami-Dade, for your Dade Fire company.
Miami-Dade.
2 years in, so.
Yeah, my goal would be to be pretty much Miami's premier fire safety company.
And get it the right
We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
That. I think you know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think you should like, which maybe we can orchestrate. I think you should like speak to the county and give these points to them. You know,
100%.
Like I don't think people understand that the county and even the commissioners are always willing to learn of what's going on the boots on the ground, and they're always willing to make changes. You know,
we're heading in that direction.
Okay.
We're actually the only company in all of South Florida that I know of that we put a full training facility in our shop.
You did.
We have full fire protection systems, hoods, extinguishers, and we actually started talking to some of the fire stations because we want to bring in the firefighters, fire inspectors, and give them a full training so they can have more knowledge, because fire inspectors have a basic knowledge of fire, but the fire systems, they don't know it. They don't know what to look for to see who's scamming them, who's doing a cheap job. So
we're gonna be doing a firefighter barbecue competition. That'd be perfect.
Yeah. Listen, wait. I want to get that as a clip, because I want this to get to the county. How can you help the county, right, or our elected officials or commissioners have better oversight of what's going on, and that would ultimately be better for the public? Like, what is it that you think that they need to do, and how can they reach out to you?
I think it's educate them. In the sense of the fire protection systems, which is what we want to do. We want to help educate them, educate restaurant owners, and the whole community. Because we don't just service restaurants. We do apartment complexes, high-rises, any commercial building pretty much requires fire protection. And we want to educate people to know how to stay safe, how to keep their property safe, how to be legal and insured and be up to code.
But how do you think the county can prevent what's going on with people doing stuff unlicensed? Like, how do you think, is there any way that you feel like or do you think they even know that's going on?
They know, they just can't control it. I think they would eventually opening up like an auditing department, because you'll see companies, because our licenses are public. You can go online and see Dade Fire and every other company, how many licenses are there, which tell you how many employees they have. Because every employee needs a permit for whatever service. So they're going to have to cross-reference their revenue against how many people are licensed. Because you can't have a $3 million fire company and have only 2 licensed techs.
Gotcha.
But they have 15 vans in the street.
Gotcha.
So that's going to have to be a whole separate department.
You know when that's going to want to change? When a place catches fire and some people die. Yeah. Then they're going to be like, okay, that's a problem.
And the money that he saves these families that get scammed, you know?
Correct.
From other fake companies, because, I mean, it's not just because a lot of people, when you come up to the properties, they get scared, right? The fire guys scared. Correct. They're going to shut me down some way. But if you can kind of show that, promote that you're helping them save money from other scammers, they won't be so scared of you anymore, right?
Correct. And that's why we did the training facility.
Right.
We want when we get a new customer, we invite them over. We want to teach them what we're going to be doing at their facility. So they could know that every time one of our guys goes, they're going to do the right job.
And they can see that you guys not only a provider, you're also training. That's
Correct.
Cool.
And that's a problem with all the little mom and pop fire companies. Yeah. They want to do poor quality because it's more deficiencies later on.
Right.
More damages to the hood, the system. As a
small business owner, I can see, like, if you're pulling up on me, I'm like, oh my God, you know, like, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to say, is everything up to code? Start freaking out. But if you can come with that attitude of like, hey, let me help you, you know, and say,
so you think other companies like yours, do you think they are more aggressive with the mom and pop shops?
They're a lot more aggressive.
Oh yeah.
And the problem is, there's been a huge acquisition problem in the fire industry. All these giant venture capital companies are coming in and investing, buying out 20, 30 companies at a time. And what happens when you merge so many different companies, the quality keeps dropping, but the prices keep going up. So we have, like, our largest competitor out there is Pipe Barker and Summit. They're the two companies that have been buying everybody out. They already offered to buy us out once, and we didn't take it. We're not selling. And they have quality issues big time. There's already been buildings that have caught fire, and they were just there a month ago. Because the people are going, you can't keep track of 400 or 500 employees that easily. So technicians are going, doing half the service, not testing everything. And then what they didn't test is what goes wrong. Wow. And that's what happens.
What are the main concerns, if you're going to go speak to a restaurant owner and you're speaking to them now, what are, like, the main concerns that you solve for them? You know, like, they call you, I have all these problems. What is, like, the most consistent thing that you're always solving for restaurants?
We're there to streamline the process and remove as many headaches as we can from them. When we take them on, they go through our office, they enroll them in the software, and we automate all of their inspections. They don't. What
inspections? What are the inspections that they're always calling you about?
The hoods. The hoods
are the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing.
Got you.
Extinguishers are pretty basic.
Got you.
But everything needs to be in constant inspections and up to code. And that's the problem. They fall behind. The little companies they have can't keep up with the work. And it expires in January. They're showing up in March. So they've been 2 months.
And they get fined already or no?
They get fined if the inspector passes by.
If he passes by.
And when he does passes by, if it's been too long and he finds it excessive, he'll put a stop work sign on your building, evacuate until everything's not up to code. I won't reopen. And that's where the problem is.
How often does that happen?
That happens quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
That happens quite a bit.
And what you mean by the hood is not just the hood, also the extraction all the way up to the
all the extraction to the top.
If you just clean the hood, just like you said, you have this stack that's still...
Correct. We have many pictures we've shown customers that the motors have never been cleaned in 2 years. Bro, you gotta send us
some of those pictures so we can put it into the clips.
We have a lot. I have a picture with my hands holding, it looks like a little baby, a block of carbon this big out of a hood of a burger restaurant.
No fucking way.
And we were in there scraping and
We're
scraping.
Gonna destroy the fucking restaurant. Let's shoot this picture.
We eat that, bro.
Brother, pero,
we do eat that.
What type of restaurants do you see have the most problems? Is it like sushi restaurants, Italian restaurants? Like, do you notice like trends like that or no?
Yes, mainly fast food.
Fast food.
Fast food is what we see where it mainly comes in. And the big high-end restaurants have those issues as well.
Oh, wow.
Just because it's too hard to keep up with quality. And those are the biggest kitchens. They'll have 3, 4 systems, 4 hoods. They'll have a lot. So when people go, they don't have the manpower. They'll send one guy. He'll be in and out 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't think about that, but that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bigger the restaurant, the more work is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The more work is going to be. Are there any like restaurants out there that you want to like congratulate and saying like these are the guys that I always know, like I got to get up to them, they're always on point?
Yes, one of our best customers is Booyah Gastro Bar.
Oh wow, that's right. You mentioned that to me. Yeah. Wow. They have one here in Coral Gables. Great spot. We've done our Christmas parties.
They have a really good team. Mel and Juan over there.
Yeah,
really good guys. They know what they're talking about, and their locations are exemplary.
Yeah, but they have a group of businesses. They have,
they do.
They have Pisco y Nazca too?
They have Pisco y Nazca, Havana Harry's. A new one in Fort Lauderdale called Beehive.
I haven't been there.
It's like a Chipotle.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much.
So they do things the right way.
They do things the right way. Their kitchens are clean, spotless, everything's up to date. Juan gets on you. When he finds something's wrong or you let him know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Juan calls me at 6 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Yeah. That's refreshing
really
to hear. That's refreshing to, and anybody else you want to like, congratulate or?
Yeah, believe it or not, Carrabba's. Really good chain.
Wow. I love Carrabba's. Really love it.
And Outbacks.
I like Carrabba's, bro.
They're actually really good. They keep up with everything, and their facilities
I haven't
manager.
been forever, but I do like.
I haven't been there forever.
Yeah, their facilities manager Jason does a great job as well.
That's good to know, bro. Because
It's good to know.
somewhere
man.
that's clean.
I want to know like more.
Yeah, I want to know.
Give us
Gabriel's
like bro, Gabe's list, like people who should go visit because they're doing things the right way.
We'll make a list. Post
What
it on
else you got?
Instagram.
What else you got? You got any like locals, like local little restaurants or anything?
Not that come to mind.
Yeah,
I
what
haven't
about-
been.
Give us one that's dirty, bro.
Nah.
No, I won't do that to them.
One
Yeah.
that's maybe it was dirty and they did better.
No, it's tough. Bro. I mean,
No.
I'm the first one that would love to listen to it. You know, we could talk about it off camera.
All right, are you gonna ask him the?
Yeah, the typical. But I wanted to ask you
The-
something else because I go through this, and it's been like I see it a trend more of like the people who are around us. But how is it? Today's Valentine's Day. How is it working with your wife?
Oh my God!
I work with my wife.
Yeah.
And honestly, it would feel weird not to work with her because we worked together for so long, and I think we have a good dynamic. However, when you get home, it's like work continues, and that does sometimes cause issues in the relationship sometimes, you know. But, you know, I go through that, and I think it's normal, and we do love it. I wanted to get your experience.
No, we have a good relationship when it comes to that. We have found the balance after 10 years being married.
Oh, congrats, man.
She's had a lot of patience with me.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes. It's a lot of patience. I'm the one who drives her crazy.
Yeah.
I'm the one. We have a lot on our plate. We're understaffed. And I show up at 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, hey, tomorrow we're remodeling the whole office. Everyone's showing up there. And I just drive her insane. But
She holds you down.
she holds me down.
Shout out to Rachel.
And without her, I wouldn't have the business, to be honest.
That's good, bro.
She's very good at managing the office, customer relations.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Rachel, do you want to come here for a moment and give us your point of view?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get on the mic here with him for a second.
That's not good.
Yeah. Sit here. Sit down right there for a moment. And I want to hear your point of view.
My
This is
point
the
of
first time ever.
Yeah, this is Rachel, guys.
Hi.
Give us your point of view. How is it like, and I'm not like with him in specific, but how is the dynamic of working together, like husband and wife?
It takes a lot of patience. I'm not gonna lie. There's been moments where we are at each other's throats because I'm a very like if I give my word and they're gonna be there at 4, they need to be there at 4. But again, I don't work a lot in the field, so things take longer. So it's been a learning curve, honestly. But we've gotten into the rhythm where we each take control of our department very well, and we make it seamless. And when we get home, it's about the kids and about family life and about what are we gonna do this weekend. And then when they go to sleep, it's like, hey, by the way, tomorrow there's an emergency that we need to handle. But it's been a learning curve, but it's gotten a lot better and it's been pretty great. Can't complain.
I mean, but you guys have been working together you've been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful Valentine's story today.
All right, so give him the last question. Go for it.
All right, so I'm the restaurant guy. I go to eat all the time. So what you told us today freaks me a little bit more out than him because he's so busy. He doesn't eat as much as I do on the street, but I go out a lot to eat. And now I know what to look for when I'm eating. What are your top 3 restaurants that you guys enjoy when it's time to go out? Let's start with number 3. We'll work our way up. Like where you guys
Number 3, I'm a big food hall guy. And
Okay.
for me, Citadel is a spot for me.
I love
Citadel. Okay. Any particular in Citadel or
Bob's Burgers.
huh?
The burger spot. The U.S.
USPS.
Yes,
Oh,
burgers.
USPS. Yeah, you're a big
Yeah,
fan
he's
of
on
that.
the top list. Yeah,
He's
ranked
consistently ranked on the top.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
All right, and number 2, where do you guys?
What did you say? Because I know which is our number 1.
Oh.
I forgot the name, though.
Which is the number 1?
The Italian
No,
restaurant.
you can't say. You gotta say that.
Oh my God. Pescaderia is number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2. Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Maybe I should-
See, okay. Number 2 isn't.
Don't say Chick-fil-A.
No.
Okay.
Number 2 isn't so much a restaurant. It's more of a place that makes me feel like home and hits me in the heart. It's the French Bakery there on US 1. And
Yes.
US 1 and 144.
Yeah.
That's by my house.
Yeah, I know.
Right next to Giardino's.
Nicole, she's food editor for Miami New Times. No, and
It's
no,
called the French Bakery.
the French Bakery. Yeah, the
Yeah.
French Bakery. And
Oh,
they have
man.
a son, or no,
I
they
live
have a
on-
nephew that opened in River Landing. They opened another restaurant too.
That's right. I live on 143rd, a block from there.
I think we went to that
We
one.
just went to that one recently. Yeah.
Hey, I was there yesterday. Damn, I just forgot the name of it, man.
French Bakery. I go there all the time.
Wait, because I'm gonna get crucified if I don't remember.
It starts with an L. I remember.
Le Bistro, no.
Something like that.
Yo, damn, bro, I forgot that. I was with him yesterday.
Yeah, that's my.
Le Boujon or
No, bro. Olivier.
French restaurant in River Landing.
Ficelle. So apparently that French bakery is the owner of Ficelle's uncle. And it's been there for like 30 or 40 years, something ridiculous like that. Mm-hmm. And we had the other day that came on Kelly Seiko. You know, that she's a reporter for The Heat and everything. And that was one of the locations that she selected. So in the comments, you see everybody saying, hey, go to this place. So Ficelle is now in River Landing. And they just opened another one called Le Bistro.
Yeah,
there
that
too.
French bakery is always packed on Saturdays.
Yeah, I've never been.
There's a line.
Line out the door.
And no matter what you get there, you're walking out happy.
What is it you like?
The pastries are phenomenal. Their coffee doesn't get surpassed by anybody just because they make it with love and it's the perfect amount of espresso.
That's some
with
bold
milk.
claims.
Hey, I love coffee, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And their turkey sandwich, I don't know what magic they put in that because it's a regular turkey sandwich. I don't know if it's the bread. I don't know if it's the mustard. I don't know what it is, but thing.
You sound a little bit Midwestern. Are you? You're not from Miami, or you are?
I am from Miami.
You
Born
are?
and
Where'd you get that accent? No way. Where'd you pick up that accent?
Listen, I get called
Did
the
you
white
go to
girl.
private school?
No, I didn't go to private school. I don't know.
You're Cuban? Where?
My parents are Cuban.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
She gave me papers.
All right, now
Number one.
Oh man, I don't
the
want to tell
Dade
you
Fire
because then
guys?
it's gonna get full.
it is gonna get full, but they're gonna love it. Number one,
Mercado de something. I don't.
Pesqueria in Española Way, Miami Beach. What do you guys
Yeah.
like from there?
Get their saffron mussels.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to drink the saffron sauce. Literally, I've asked to get a straw.
You know what? Like, does it happen to me? I don't know. Like sometimes when I eat those little, is it the mussels or the clams with the black stuff? There's like always like some little like black thing that's like.
The beard is called of a muzzle.
Bro, it's disgusting.
And he's a meat and potato guy. If you guys don't.
No,
Figure
but
it
there's
out.
like this little like stringy thing
It's called
inside.
the beard.
Yeah, what is
The
that,
muzzle.
bro?
The beard of
It's
the muzzle.
delicious.
It makes it actually like a good wild muzzle.
Oh wow.
It has zero taste. It won't kill you. I promise you.
You can't.
No,
go
but it
wrong.
does have like a weird texture to it.
Yeah. You take it out. You don't eat it.
Oh,
Yeah, you pull it out.
that's the problem. I was eating it. You know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, see, that's why I love him, bro. He comes and he trains me. You know.
I train him. So I always ask another question too. You said you were 30 years old. You guys are a young couple. What does the 18-year-old Gabriel tell you? What do you tell the 18-year-old Gabriel now if you can go back?
Yeah,
I'll have the same question for everyone.
Oh man.
that one's hard. I don't regret where I'm at because I got this way because through hard work
About
and stuff
regrets,
like that. But
what would you tell him?
to have more fun.
Oh, good. That's a good one.
You started working at early age.
Yeah.
I'd probably tell myself to have less fun.
No, because he doesn't look like he's working on
He
his
grind,
life,
yeah.
but he doesn't look like he doesn't look like it's weathered him. He looks young. as
Yeah, he
shit,
looks young.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you never been to jail or anything like that?
No.
Okay, good.
Some of the questions. I
I don't know because he is like in the middle of like
Not in
he
this
could be
country.
like he could be like
you look a little like
he could be like mafia style and then he could like be very professional.
Rachel, what do you tell 18-year-old Rachel?
Not to be so hard on herself
Oh, that's a good one.
and to read more books.
Really?
I love reading, so don't shake your head. I own over like 300 books. So
For real?
Yeah.
That's why Dade Fire hasn't grown that much.
Really?
Really? Oh my God! Coffee and books. I see. That's Rachel.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Wow. look
Literally
at that.
me.
He's giving you a
That's
good
great.
idea, bro.
That's great. That's great.
Subsidize it with Dade Fire. Coffee and
Listen,
books.
I need this to blow up because that's my plan. I want to open a bookstore. There's not a lot of mom and pop
You know
bookstores
what?
here in
There
Miami.
isn't. And if you do it the right way, I think it'll be nice because people love nostalgic stuff.
Yep.
You know, if you do it the right way. Is there any bookstores? Yeah, there's bookstores. I've seen them blowing up.
There's Barnes and
Big
Nobles.
chains.
There's Books and Books.
Books and
Yeah,
books.
I love Books and
Bro, I
Books.
haven't been in books and
the
books
center.
probably ever in my life. Barnes and Noble does have a nice vibe. You know, when
Yeah.
you go to a bookstore, you do feel like
Relaxed.
relaxed.
Yeah.
I feel like makes noise.
Yeah, I
This
don't
guy.
doubt it. I don't doubt it.
It's like a library. You can't
I
make
say I go to a library. I want to hide somewhere and go. Hi, right?
Or with the air horn.
Bro,
with the air horn.
you're like porn on your laptop full
Oh
blast.
my God.
Yeah, this has been fun, bro.
This has been a good one. It's been a good
I
one.
like you guys a lot. I wish you guys all the best. What you guys are doing, and also is good for the people.
Listen,
good
but
for
you know what?
the
I have an idea.
You
I'm
always,
gonna
have,
say it
you
here.
always have an idea.
I think we should do a Guerrero con Kiko show with him, though.
Let's do it.
And take him with you.
Is he gonna get scared? Like, is he gonna scare off the restaurant owners?
No, man, he's not like that. He'll just.
You sure with the
Yeah.
Dade Fire shirt?
But listen, you put him on, like you're gonna go, like we just did one yesterday with him, and he goes into the kitchen and stuff.
Yeah,
like
bro.
he's doing the food. You could be like, "Hey guys,
Right under the hoods.
yeah, like
Right under the hoods.
let's go check the stuff here," and then he eats with you, and you train him on that. I like
Says
that.
the marketing CEO.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Guys, thank
Okay,
you so
bro, a
much.
real
Thank you guys for
Hey,
having
you know
us.
what I love
Nice
more
to meet
about it? The unity that you guys have.
Thanks.
As a couple on Valentine's Day.
In red,
That's it right there, Bobby. Don't get scared. Dade Fire Protection got your back.
Gabe. To the restaurant owners out there, okay, they get these letters in the mail. They have to get the inspections. Exactly what type of service can you provide them, and how can you help them?
To all the restaurant owners, we can provide them with fire suppression, fire extinguishers, fire alarm services. We're a full-service fire company, and if they have any upcoming inspections, they should reach out, and we could always go out there and give them a free estimate.
Yeah, they're transparent, they're honest, they're affordable, price match guarantee, I heard, and they go out there quick.
Yep.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.